Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We're just gonna do an Eden run today, because we can. And we're gonna keep it on hard mode, because we can. And this might actually be a candidate for our first loss on this save file. 8TT0, yo sir! So, here we sit, on the room, awaiting something. How does this Eden start look? Bad is the easy answer. We have good rate of fire, bad-ish damage, horrible HP. That's the crux of it. Speed's fine, battery baby is irrelevant with our existing spacebar item, but could in the future do something for us. Two of Hearts is actually not bad. It's like a saving grace if things go terribly wrong, but we need HP on this floor, or, you know, more excellent would be to get like 9 lives, but the odds of that are pretty low. I don't even know if we have Wait What unlocked, so I mean, this is Butterbean, but I don't know if there was ever the ability for it to be anything but Butterbean. So we're just gonna fart and try to keep enemies at bay, and who knows, maybe this will be one of those runs in which we get a little bit of fondness for an item that we really don't like altogether that much. I've never loved this item, Butterbean. Bada bing, bada boom. This is a weird reference. I mean, I think that's something that you say in, like, if you're playing a stereotypical, like, Italian La Cosa Nostra sort of mafia guy in a movie. But also, there's a restaurant in Canada called Eastside Mario's, which is why I say Mario instead of Mario, because for some reason they say Eastside Mario's. And in the commercial, there's an Italian guy who goes, Eastside Mario's, hey, bada boom, bada bing. And you're like, your name is, like, Joe Johnson. I don't know if you should be doing that ad, but I'll run it by Robert, and we'll figure out if it's okay or not okay. We gotta go back for the item room, as much as I wish we did not. As a kid, Eastside Mario's was, like, my favorite restaurant to go to. Bottomless bread, bottomless salad, bottomless soup. At least at the time, you know, the economy's changed a little bit since then. I haven't been to an Eastside Mario's in forever. It's one of those restaurants Vancouver has rebuked. There's like, this will blow your mind if you're from Canada but you've never been to Vancouver. We have no Swiss chalets, and I believe we have no Eastside Marios, which are actually Eastside Marios. Well, Mario is Luigi Mario, and this is Eastside Mario, my restaurant-owning brother. Also, a great restaurant to take your kids to, because A, they had trivia on the screen that you could play with these weird little consoles you could rent for your table, and B, they would give you peanuts in the shell, and then you could eat the peanuts and then just throw the shells on the ground. It was a beautiful time to be alive. Oh, wow, good. I'm excited. Except I'm not excited, because we just took I'm excited. I should have gone for the card. In hindsight, definitely. But even, like, in foresight, we probably should have gone for the card. So, as long as, I mean, this isn't the worst enemy to be excited. Obviously, he's not the best enemy to be excited. The best enemy would be no enemy ever. Maybe a kind of a trick question, but yeah, he's excited now. We mostly, at the present moment, have to watch out for the moving attack, because that could do one full heart. I'm not completely sure. Wow. I hate this. God, I'm excited, dude. Why? It didn't have to be like this. Holy crap. We're gonna go back for that half heart. That was a nightmare, man. We also are not really much better off for the next floor, to be honest with you, but you know, we did what we could. The I'm excited pill was the big mess up here. Who knows what that card could have been. It might have been garbage, but it might have also not been garbage, which is what I was banking on, ideally. Bomb, please. Okay, well, we might as well, like, kick this over so that we can get both of those when we get a chance, at least, but yeah. Bomb, please? Wow, these guys don't get affected by the knockback. I'm glad I didn't leave it till the last minute to give it an attempt there. If Butterbean just did like a little damage, I would be so much less on edge right now. It did save us. I mean, in a way, I wouldn't say I got a newfound appreciation for Butterbean, but I feel like I understand it more at this point. But it's like, why would you ever... I mean, it's kind of a false dilemma here, but you got Butterbean, you got telepathy. Telepathy is just... It's actually better than Butterbean in literally every single way. It recharges, so you... Well, no, Butterbean recharges too. So they're equal on that. But it allows you to shoot the bullets back at the other enemies. Do damage to them. Just doesn't have enough going for it to be excited about. But I guess as like a panic, you know, save yourself sort of situation, it might be okay. Okay, this is no joke. This bomb could actually like change the scope of the game right now. And it's been good. We got a full Spirit Heart. The golden key is nice, but we got another bomb that we can use right here. And that's also nice, although I'm a little surprised that neither of them paid out to a greater magnitude than that. 2 Spirit Hearts is good, though. I'm not going to turn up my nose because I've got a problem with their baggy clothes. You know, I'd be a hater boy. See you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. No bombs. Nothing to worry about then. A bomb? No bombs. We might get the 15 cents, which is kind of a surprise considering we spent money on the last floor, although only 3 cents. We do also have... Oh, that was actually idiotic of me, but we do have another Tinted Rock if we get super lucky as well. Okay, hey, Brain, stop doing that thing you do starring Tom Hanks. We don't need to be that aggressive about this situation right here. You're making things more cumbersome than they need to be. You still got the half Spirit Heart that's valuable. There was no need for it to ever get to that point. Please give me a Spirit Heart back. Nothing. Another pill that we don't know. A Moon card, which is actually valuable if this is Krampus. We could always get out of there. You know what? It's our first deal with the Angel attempt here then. Had to happen at some point, and I'm happy that it is going to happen, but obviously not really a big get for us right now to get Ghost Baby in there. At some point, we'll have to buy Ghost Baby. A run this fragile, I don't know if it's the right time. That's all I'll say about that. Kind of surprised myself. I thought these first few, well, to be honest with you, I thought there was a chance that like the first 30 runs or something of this new save file would be kind of boring, but it turns out that, you know, the mechanics that make Isaac a fun game to begin with, yeah, oh, absolutely. Still make it fun even when not all the items exist. And it's forcing me to play on the back foot a little bit here, which I quite like as well. So we're going to take Portable Slot because we can. Oh, there was a Tinted Rock. I'm a little obsessed with trying to get the shop upgrades. I don't think it's a bad idea, but it's unnecessary right now. Without a doubt, because we could use a bomb there and get a lot of value, but anyway, I digress. Bad gas. And I guess we might as well take Blister. Doesn't matter too much. We can use Portable Slot for some cool things, but mostly Epiphora is a pretty good pickup there as long as we're paying attention to the way that we're shooting. And yeah, I'm not going to say that this is like renewed my love of Isaac, because my love of Isaac has never died. I've always, you know, liked the game a lot, mechanically speaking, so even if the runs seemed like they were getting a little tired from time to time, I was always the one having the most fun in the room, to be honest with you. You know what? I just realized our range is not actually that good. I recognize I'm talking about our rate of fire while exclusively using our orbital to deal damage, but I'm trying to keep our rate of fire at max while also dealing damage with the orbital when possible. Anyway, but it's been nice to have kind of like an opportunity to get more goal-oriented in the game again, which we haven't had that for, you know, at least 5 or 6 months now. It had become a little routine, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We've only mixed up the routine slightly, but still. There's a weird charm there that actually worked for us. I don't think you can lean on Epiphora forever, but certainly for now it's working pretty well. We'll just keep firing in exactly the same direction, as long as is possible. So we're basically halving our rate of fire. It's pretty good. Okay, 2 of clubs. Ace of clubs. You know what? Hook it up. Well, we can't. We don't want an ace of clubs, a two of clubs. There's a lot of things we don't want to do. I gotta think about this. We'll lead us to kings. We'll really lead us to kings. Like, we should probably... I mean, we might want to take the second hand to begin with. But, oh, you dummy. We should probably try to get, like, ace of clubs to work on a room with a lot of junk that we don't care about. And then double the bombs that we get from it, or at least use that as like a stake to start doubling our bombs. Because this, I mean, as compared to the last run was an actual like 11 out of 10. Those happen now and then. Once a week or so you get a run that's just like so strong. There's nothing you could say that would, or nothing you could do that could really mess it up. But in this situation, it's kind of more like, anything could happen. Might be in our best interest to, first off, get rid of the blister. Because the knockback from blister is just terrible. I don't know what I was thinking there when I picked it up. Maybe we have to pick it up, maybe we don't. I can't remember if trinkets are, compulsory. It's not like we should be worried about Real Platinum God. We're not going to accidentally unlock it. It's like, the bare minimum number of runs to unlock Real Platinum God is like, you know, 200, but... Well, maybe not 200, but, you know, it's up there, is what I'm trying to get at. When you factor in challenges and stuff like that. I think we should let off the gas with Epiphora here for a second. We know that's I'm excited. I don't know if we want to go to the curse room. It scares me ever so slightly. So I think we should, tell you what, drop 2 of clubs out here. Then use ace of clubs. I've got a good feeling about this. It worked. I'm kind of surprised it worked. Oh, did we just get the coupon? I don't even know you could get that from one of these guys. We're learning new things. That's a surprise to me. You know what? Let's celebrate by possibly calling the whole run into question right here. No, we got a black heart out of it, so basically we broke even. Coupon is, you know, not a 10 out of 10 item, but it's pretty good. And honestly, it seems better when shops are smaller because it gives us a better chance of actually getting the item we want, I think. We'll buy the Spirit Heart anyway, but it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna keep donating to hopefully get us to, like, that extra shop upgrade as quickly as possible because 3-item shops, unless you have the coupon, not really a 10 out of 10. Actually, like, a pretty sizable detriment for the most part. We want a fully charged coupon because it does give us free deals with the devil as well. If we get a deal with the devil, which now makes it look like we should have taken Ghost Baby, but who could have known that in advance? Ghost Baby is, I'm not going to say always the wrong decision, but certainly not always the right decision. Okay, dude, my orbital game has been way, way, way off. My apologies. It's beneath me as a player, even if I, you know, pride myself on being zany as opposed to good. There's no reason to take this much damage. Well, there's one reason, and that's that we're still rocking base stats with the added value of Epiphora. I figured we just take Mystery Candy, or Mysterious Candy once. Knock it out of the equation if necessary. Might as well do anything we can possibly do to insulate ourselves from forgetting about it. This is the floor, I can already tell. Sacred Heart might be an unlock. Might be the name of the hospital from Scrubs, I can't remember. Just kind of like a junky run so far, but it's good. It's good that it's a junk run, even though I'm spinning it a little bit. Because it means that these are not all easy. I was worried that the difficulty curve would be like, the first 10 runs here would be the easiest runs in the world. Now we got kind of a quest going on, like how long can we go before we get a loss on our new save file? What if you got Real Platinum God without getting a single loss? Is that even possible? Don't you have to get 10 deaths to get, like, some items? You know, let's worry about that as we get a little further in. Let's not worry about that on run 4 of all places. It's a little presumptuous, perhaps. Dude, I am behind the 8-ball on this run right now. One spider might surprise you, not going to help that much, though. At least we're fighting non-tanky enemies. And if we get that first dodge in on them, we might be okay. Try to keep our rate of fire up. I'll take anything. DPS, rate of fire, tier effects, brimstone, mom's knife, anything. You name it. Dude, I just looked over at Skype. I've got 2 Skype messages, no slowdown in the game. I think no slowdown in the game, at least. If that's the case, we're living in the 21st century. We may or may not be doing it, doing something mean to it, doing it better than anybody ever seen doing it. I knew it! But I didn't want to stop firing because in my heart of hearts, I was like, Epiphora is more valuable, and then I ruined that again. Okay. Poor plays. Don't even try it, buddy. So I don't know what we're going to do about that guy. We got to change directions to shoot at that guy. Unless we can free him from this nothing he's become. There we go. This run cannot stand like this forever. Using a single orbital to deal like almost all of our damage is never going to last. It can't be done. I probably I'm of 2 minds about it. I was going to say I probably shouldn't have even taken the HP because we might get rid of some of it if we get to a deal with the devil, but we can always use the coupon and keep our deal with the angel chance alive instead while getting items for free, or at least get 1 copy for free, and then a lot of items are actually pretty good. Oh, my Lanta. If I was less mad, I would have said a swear word, but I was so mad I resorted to oh my Lanta. That's how you know I'm just cheesed off. So I'm actually really glad we took the extra heart, because if we didn't take the extra heart, we'd be on half a heart right now. I mean, we'd go back for it, but we'd be nervous in the interim period. Yeah, we need that. Let's just do this. Be smart. Take Cricket's head, get that damage upgrade. And it's a very, very good one. Blow this up. Almost didn't get out of there in time. Sure, we could have walked on the spikes, lived, even gotten access to that boss trap room, but it's a more delicate situation than you might be led to believe at this point. So, ooh, now with 6 damage, much better off, especially with, oh my god, a potentially increasing rate of fire. Although I'm mostly just shooting whenever possible right now. There we go. Jeez Louise. So no coupon for this shot, but that's fine. Dude, we've had a run in which we've had to focus on Isaac like almost the entire time. This is a tense situation. It's funny how much experience plays a role, because, like, well, they're different kinds of games as well. Like, this is versus the AI, so it feels less like when you lose, somebody else's brain just beat yours, like, on an evolutionary level that makes me feel like I just, like, fell down the food chain a little bit. And what I'm going to say is that in Battlegrounds, when it comes to, like, being in the final 5 or even the final 10, I get, like, my hands start to sweat. I get like a warble in my voice because I'm nervous. In Isaac, you know, we're in this relatively... Oh, I blew it completely. Relatively scary situation, and yet I feel good. Pretty good. Feel pretty good. I knew that I would. Now, 2, I'm excited, Pills. And a health downgrade. To what do I owe the pleasure? This is, I mean, we've gotten DPS, and I'm extremely thankful for the DPS. But, dude, it's a little on the, like, go fudge yourself side, wouldn't you say? 1 HP. And I've picked up an HP upgrade. I've taken 0 deals with the devil, and I have 1 HP. Run that through your little number crunchers, your data miners, and see where you end up. Strikes me as a very, very unlikely situation. Sure, again, our damage is okay. 6.40 damage is not 10 out of 10. It's just okay. For this stage of the game. I'm dead, dude. I'm mad. I'm a little mad. We died. On our first Eden run, and it hurts me deep down in my soul. We did throw away a lot of Black Hearts and Spirit Hearts we shouldn't have thrown away, but I don't want to put up a 20-minute loss episode, so we're going to do an Azazel run just to finish this out. 6-7-M9 HS2X. I was a little mad at the end of that, but you know what? It's all right. The Isaac runs, it's more enjoyable when you got the plausibility of a loss. And that's one of those situations where you look at it at the end and you go, I never had a chance, but really there were multiple times we really just should not have used our orbital to deal so much damage. That's what cost us in the end there. But we'll redeem ourselves somewhat, get some things ticked off the post-it note here. And you know what? I'll take any excuse to do more Eden runs in the future. That bothers me, like, not at all. It's also extremely fitting that we lost right after I went like, oh, it's funny how with experience I'm like Cool Hand Luke right now. Nothing could conceivably faze me, and oh, I'm dead. And then I stood up out of my chair like a 4-year-old mad at, you know, someone beating him in a fighting game. How dare you? In my own house, beat me at a game that I paid for? I'm not proud of it, but when I was younger, I did used to be a sore loser. I think it's honestly like part and parcel of being an only child to some extent. So when I grew up, like, I only played games against the AI, and then occasionally, like, go over to my friend's house and play, right? It wasn't a very, very common experience. You don't learn to lose... That's so good. You don't learn to lose gracefully in that situation. It is Jar of Flies, right? It's just on full right now. Still, from time to time, I can see that tendency come out. I gotta nip it in the bud. Because it's very unbecoming of a man approaching his 30s. Although, I think I've told this story before, but when I was younger, I used to play chess. I don't know if I'd say competitively, but I also don't want to say semi-competitively, because it was competitive at the time. It wasn't like I was about to go pro, but, you know, I've played with people that have become, you know, international masters, or I don't think I've played anybody that's become a grandmaster. I played, there's an Ottawa international master by the name of Tom Wilson, I think. I played him in a tournament once when I was like 7. No, sorry, grade 7. And, I mean, what do you think, Abbott? He destroyed me. But he was very nice about it, which I appreciate. Anyway, I was playing in a local tournament, like in my hometown, and in the first round I got matched up against this like 40 or 50-year-old guy. He's a little weird, a little squirrely, you know what I mean? Just always kind of like moving around a lot. And the chess community, I don't know what it's like now, because I've been out of it for a long, long time, but it attracts a lot of normal people, a lot of overachievers, but also a lot of misfits. You'd think it would be like, oh, you know, I went to Oxford to study chemical engineering, but there's a lot of like, you know, I run a newspaper out of my basement, and then you know, you assume that he's gonna be bad, and he's actually like a genius. You know, there's a lot of that. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by looking at the cover, right? But this guy was a little squirrely, and he made an error at one point that was, I mean, clear to me at least. And I took one of his pieces, and at a certain level in chess, if you make an error like that, somebody takes a piece of yours uncontested, you don't get anything, or it's like an absolutely garbage trade, you kind of just lose. They'll just put the boa constrictor around your neck until you go down, right? So he went, I forget what he said, but he was like, I shouldn't have even come tonight. And he just stood up and walked out. And I just had to sit there, because we're on these clocks, right? He hasn't resigned. He just walked out of the building. He could have just gone for a smoke and come back. I didn't know what was going to happen. But he never came back. So I sat there watching his, like, 120 minutes slowly dwindle. I mean, it's a bad look for an adult. I'm just going to be honest with you. Not that it's, I guess, you know, you work hard all day and then you go to the chess club and you get beaten by a 13-year-old kid. You're like 45 years old, you know, something like that. But still, like, you kind of got to accept that. Chess is one of those things where it's like the younger you are. If you're like 10 and you're competing against adults, I would rather match up against the adults than the 10-year-old. Because I might have a better chance against the 10-year-old, you never know. Maybe they'll get distracted or something. But if they've got the skills and they defeat me, I'm also going to suffer a great loss of my own self-confidence in the interim period. So, you know, it's a low-risk, high-reward sort of situation to play things the other way around. My crowning achievement is at another local tournament. I tied for, I think, 3rd in my age group, or in my rating group, because they segregate it sometimes, so you're playing against people of roughly the same skill level, and I won maybe $50, somewhere around there, and I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. And that probably has had a larger influence on my growth than anything else. Because to this day, dude, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, that's an all-time great Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game. I like it maybe more than 2. I like the lack of a time limit, you know? I like the Alcatraz map. I like the shopping carts. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 was the only Tony Hawk game of like the first 5 that I didn't own. I owned 1 to Thug. What is this? Mr. Me. It's Mr. Meeseeks. Yeah, okay. He stole an item for me. Okay. I don't understand. What happens if I tell you to grab this thing? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea, but we'll give it a try. It's not because I think Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 is bad. I've rented it many times. In fact, I don't know why I never bought it. It's haunted me to this day. Especially because it's the only Tony Hawk's Pro Skater that GameSpot has given a 10.0 out of 10. Oh, you're a real fan of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3? Name some of the maps then. I don't remember. There's one that's in, like, the suburbs. But, you know, if we're talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, oh, dude. You got Warehouse. You got School. OG School. You got Chicago, the first skate park level. You got Kona. Or wait, is it Portland? I can't remember. You got Roswell. You got Mall. You got that weird Phoenix level where you, like, skate down the Grand Canyon, and the hidden tape was almost impossible to get. So I learned how to do it, and then I did it on all of my friends' cartridges, and it was... You know what? Let's test this. It made me feel like a god. Okay. Alright, so it's like, it's really bad at dealing damage, but it does deal some. Sure. But what does it do apart from that? Because it seems like the extra draw is in the ability of it to, like, help us out when it comes to items. I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose. Did you know that Tony Hawk Underground has a Vancouver map? It didn't dawn on me, but I looked at it recently and I was like, I mean, there's a skateboarding scene here. I'm not saying it's the biggest one in the world, but, you know, under the Georgia Viaduct, you got all sorts of skaters going on down there. But then also, one time I drove by there and there was like a whole watermelon with a bunch of maggots crawling out of it. And I was like, that's pretty metal. But at the same time, I'm going to take my kid to the rec center. If I'm giving them a chance to, like, you know, learn how to skateboard, I'm not taking them to the maggot melon park, as cool as that might be. I mean, we should pick up the cartridge, maybe. I don't know. Okay, what are you going to do here? Mr. Meeseeks, go do something. If nothing else, we get the stat bonus out of Dim Bulb here. And the charge rate is much higher now. But still don't understand it. I don't think it steals items. I think it just brings you items. Because it grabbed Jar of Flies, but Jar of Flies is an item we had already, like, owned. So, I don't know what it does. We also can't control it after it fires for the first time. So you gotta hope that the enemy is, like, somewhat stationary. I always thought it'd be really cool to have, like, my city in a video game. And then I looked at the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater... or Tony Hawk Underground version of Vancouver, which I have not seen in like 20 years. Why use that? Come on, buddy. And I said, that doesn't really look like Vancouver at all. I mean, I sort of see it. You got like the Vancouver Observatory or whatever. It's the restaurant at the top of Vancouver. We don't have a ton of landmarks. We got Science World. Science World's pretty cool. It's a big old geodesic dome. More of like a... You know, we got natural beauty here. As they said in the song, people from everywhere come to see you. They've heard of your beauty. They don't want to leave you again. I forgot about that. Where else you find the air so clean and the water so pure, and where else the mountain reaches the sea. Great song. All right, all right. What are you doing? Oh, it seeks out enemies, maybe? You don't need to position it on an enemy, it'll just seek it out? Yeah, I've been operating under a false pretense for too long here. I don't know. I'm glad I did another one, though. I'm glad I didn't leave on the sore note of just like, you know, we lost that... I guess it's a sour note, not a sore note. Of having lost that... last episode is Eden, because this is bringing me back. Even though, of course, being Azazel is essentially, you know, little baby mode in and of itself. What if I put you over here? What do you do? You blow it up? That doesn't seem that good. I guess here's what I'm thinking it does. Based on what you send it towards, I'm guessing... Wait, what floor are we on? Depths 1. Let's teleport to the Emperor room here. We want to do boss rush if possible, is the thing. So, I'm guessing... Let's knock that out. That was our curse last time. That it, like, contextually tries to figure out what you would... I know this sounds ridiculous, but what you would want it to do based on what you fire it at. Like, it pre-programmed is like, oh, you sent me towards this thing. I guess you want me to blow this thing up. But in this case, it's like, oh, you sent me towards an enemy? I guess you want me to deal damage to the enemy. I've seen the Rick and Morty episode, okay? I don't know what happened. We should send it into, like, a deal with the devil or so. We should send it into many different areas here and see what happens, I guess. But for now, I'm trying to suss it out. I just don't know at the present moment. It's like that Norah Jones song. I just don't know what to do at the present moment. Oh, you don't know that one? It's a classic. Goes like, waited till I thought I knew. I just don't know what it do. You're not gonna give me a donation machine here? I'm a little insulted. I'll take that. I might even rewind it back. A diplopia. Let me try. I gotta try. We still only got one Mr. Meeseeks, I've noticed. Oh no, it did steal the item. Okay. But I can't pick it up. Alrighty. Little weird. I mean, it's... Obviously, this is not bad. It's actually very good. If it allows us to steal shop items, like... I'm in, dude. Plus, that means every battery charge is a free shop item. It's like a freaking super coupon. Speaking of which, there's the coupon. Which also gives us an item for free. Weirdly. Alright, we don't care about the moving box. Get out of here. Might as well use the coupon once when we have stuff that we like. Yeah, that'll do it. And we had car battery, so it actually used it on 2 things there. This is a wild one. Moon card. Fool card. Both teleporters to a heart's not relevant. Okay. What are we doing here? I don't know. I'm confused. The whole thing it's gone on too long now. We maybe should not steal Sharp Plug, but I'll steal it anyway, because we can. So I guess I've come around to this actually being like a fantastic item, even though I don't fully understand what it does at all. It's done some positive stuff for us right here. I don't know what happened there. All right, let's get the heck out of here. That was really good. Mostly, I think. Cool item. Dude, booster packs. Great idea for Isaac. Keep up the good work. I don't know if we really want Dim Bulb. It's useful for us so rarely as a result of, you know, the kind of spacebar item that we have that... I don't know if it makes a ton of sense. We should have sent Ghost... Yeah, we could have gotten Ghost Baby for free, probably. I don't know. I don't know. We got plenty of time to get ready for Boss Rush here, so let's just crack into this. Moon card out. There are 2 battery charges, so we might as well, like, blow up this dude or whatever the heck he sees fit to do. We got free access here. It's not like it's a huge get or anything, but... We're getting, like, endless, nearly free items, especially with Sackboy. Thank you. Longest Sackboy ever. Sackboy! Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't try to keep up with the hip memes of the present era. Tucka, 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 tucka. Nah, we don't care about any of that. I don't care about the spirit hearts anyway. I don't care about that. I guess if we come to meet him, it has no collision for a second. Well, weird. Is basically, I don't know what to think about this item. I can only think that it's great because it's given us a bunch of free shop stuff. So I'm assuming it also gives us free deal with the devil stuff, but it also can be a bomb when we need. I wonder if it could be a key when we need it to be. Seems pretty, you know, like polymorphic in that sense, but I basically just don't know. We got enough time. Let's go back. We got 10 cents. Use bombs. Use bombs. This thing's probably going to break soon, but I'm going to buy the Spirit Hearts. That was like the worst bomb in Earth's history. Sure, I will take Buddy in a box. Nothing wrong with that in my mind. We could buy another Spirit Heart. I'd really rather just get something much better, but we can get one for free. Oh! That's a bummer. What? He died? Doesn't have enough range or something? Whatever. Okay, we'll just buy this. It's not like we needed 2 of bombs, which is not 2 of bombs, but is BOGO bombs, to get something done here. I'm a little surprised at the fact that we didn't get what I thought we were gonna get there. Okay. I don't care about a mimic, but I do like the fishtail. We don't have bombs that actually do anything for it right now, but I like it nonetheless. If we can get something that works for it, that's fine. Sulfuric acid does nothing for us, but we're going to take it regardless because we should take items that we know we haven't seen before, unless we're in a position where we need to get the reroll. I'm not trying to be like too progress-oriented, but why not take items we know we haven't seen before on this save file and try to make something happen there. Okay. Big mistake on the damage department there. A little nervous if we end up doing boss rush, actually. Dude, this, like, Midna buddy in a box is so annoying. We don't need the golden key. Presumably, we don't need the golden key, at least. We should go back and get it, because I feel like an idiot for not picking it up, but we probably won't need it. The only reason I'm worried about boss rush is, like, damage is good, but what is not good is our range, which is very common as a Zazel, but either way. Yeah, maybe, like, stop walking into enemies, because that's kind of what screwed you on the last run. You can see why people might be a little cheesed off by that. Falling into some bad habits here. Latchkey is fine. What happens... Okay, hear me out here. What's the most valuable item? Probably 8.5-inch nails here. So here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to send you down here. And I'm going to pick up this item. I really thought we might be able to get both items. I thought, but it's hard because I can't see the other dude on the screen, but I thought we had a chance at least. If it worked, it would have been glorious. You gotta take the shot there. The real problem with this item as like an offensive item, oh, it's so dumb, is that I can't use it and shoot at the same time. So it's not really very efficient when your damage is good. I don't think you should use it for anything but stealing items from the applications that I've seen so far. Doesn't seem to be much point. Alright. I mean, it's going to be a little bit on the longer side as far as episodes go, but kind of comes with the territory. What? I don't know what happened there, but I don't like this guy moving at like 10 times the speed of his normal existence. Does broken modem speed enemies up? Is this the 8th time I've had that revelation? Can't remember. Why is the door open? I'm confused. Wonder what happens if we turn Mr. Meeseeks on ourselves. Hopefully not Isaac-NG has stopped working. Alright, so we're going to be done with boss rush here any second now. It's not about the items we get, it's about the progress that we make. I'm gonna try not to use it, because I just don't think there's a reason to right now. Beyond, like, occasionally we'll have Dim Bulb, but... Oh wait, we're not even using Dim Bulb anymore. There's no point to using it. Except to, like, very slightly damage enemies that we could probably kill faster than they'd get damaged in the first place. You know what, though? It might actually be a good time to try it against this guy. Nope, he sought out an enemy I wish he didn't. But I thought maybe, like, it could keep us out of harm's way. Yeah, I mean, I apologize. I'm slumping a little bit here. I don't know why my mechanical Isaac skills have dwindled today. Just not seeing the board very well. As we say in the competitive chess community. You, a normal person. Hello, me, a chess player. ELO. That joke's not very good, but it does actually... They use the ELO as a rating in the FIDE rating system. Extremely Viswanathan Anand voice. I'm the chess champion of the world from 2002 to 2005. Now it's all about all these hip chess players like Magnus Carlsen. Back in my day, the only Swedish Carlsen I knew was a hockey player for the Ottawa Senators. I'm not using it. You just freaking try me. Okay, come down here, be mom's heart. Finish this episode up and get a clean slate for the next one. I don't want to make the whole episode chess topic because I really, like, I was maximum like a 1600 player competitively when I played. But sometimes people ask me about chess. I still have opinions, albeit not necessarily strong ones, either in terms of their merit or their ferocity. I don't know how that hit, by the way, but for example, when they say, what opening did you play? As far as I'm concerned, if you don't play E4 on your first move as white, you're a little baby. Anytime I play someone who, by the way, if you're playing black, you match it with E5. You don't play the Sicilian defense. This is North America. We play a wide open, tactics-driven style here, okay? Anytime you open, or you play against somebody and they open with, like, queen pawn up 2, you go, okay, we're playing against some guy who thinks he's very clever. Of course, I'm mostly making a joke. I mean, of course, I'm mostly making a joke, but I'm an E4 or respond to E4 with E5 kind of guy. Just the kind of guy I am. Keep it simple, keep it, you know, wide open with the possibility for creative tactics, you know? I'm not the kind of guy who likes to look at a chessboard where nobody's lost a piece 45 minutes into the game. Try to, like, move your pawn wall, like, one space up to get more space on your opponent and, you know, slowly steal the life away from them. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we'll finish up this floor pretty easily. They won't give us a chance to do Hush. We haven't unlocked Hush yet. We figured that out on our last episode. Take this. Fight Krampus. I think this is the first time we fought Krampus. It's a dream come true. Head of Krampus has appeared in the basement. That's not a lump of coal. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want it anyway. That's what I'll keep telling myself, but it's not that good. All we gotta do is beat Mom's heart, and then we're free from this prison that I've created for myself here of just doing okay on this Azazel run, but making mistakes we shouldn't be making, without a doubt. Who's your favorite chess player of all time? I didn't have one, but I read a lot of books from American chess pro Yasser Seirawan because they were cheap at the bookstore close to my house. So you know what? Yasser Seirawan, you don't get enough respect, buddy. Everyone's always like, Bobby Fischer. Nah. You taught me everything I needed to know, right, that's not gonna work, about being an okay chess player that I never really, you know, ascended past that point, but that's okay. I just got like bored of it, dude. I don't know, chess has like this, there's a certain, I wouldn't say glamour, but you know, the idea that you have when you think of chess players is like, oh, it's very smart, and that's true. But well, most of the time, but the downside is there's like so much practice that as a 14-year-old, when I basically quit semi-competitive chess, I was like, I don't want to spend like 6 hours a week reading and like 20 hours a week playing chess anymore. Especially when you talk to people and they're like, you know, hey, probably your ceiling is like international master, which is really good. It's like the top 0.001% of chess players, but it's not good enough to really be like competitive outside of a local area. So you're like, okay, so I could spend like, unless you really, oh, this is gonna be dicey, dude. Unless you really love the game, it can be hard to justify that time. And I had fallen out of love with it, probably by being too results oriented. Not a sad thing, really, just a thing. So the ultimate irony of this run is that we might lose again, and if we do, we do. I'll survive. But the second irony is that the clicker might have been the right choice, because it would have given us, okay, come on. Oh, okay. 2 strength cards. We could try to use those to get an extra heart container out of the blood bank, but I don't think that's the right idea. But the clicker could have given us a respawn, and if we became a different character, we would start with more HP and probably have a better chance to win. Infamy actually just saved us from death. Pop 1 strength card here. Just be smart. It would be nice to pop 2 of them on the next room against Mom's Heart, but 1 here, 1 on the next room should be fine. And let's pretend we're not good at Isaac. You've been doing a convincing job so far. Hey, good one, buddy. Last time I heard that one, I fell off my freaking dinosaur. D-A-E-N-L's not... Okay. But we're going to take the devil card in with us as well. Not saying we got a guaranteed win here, but I think we got a good chance. Not that that's anything to be proud of as Azazel, but hey. We're coming back here, right? I'm coming back. Oh, jeez. I want the world to know. I don't know. We could get tagged. I'm waiting on, like, broken modem to slow the enemy down. Give us a chance to land a shot. Jeez, that was actually real dicey at the end. Good tactics, though, Mikhail Tal. Anyway, thanks for watching. We unlocked some new items and hopefully unlocked some more self-esteem as well. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time on our quest for, I don't know, 3 million%. See you then. Until then, 1.E4, exclamation point, exclamation point.